Well, finally the noodles are in season, so I'm gonna buy some and I'm gonna put them in my boots in my closet to help them stand up. And so they're $1 each, so I'm gonna get 5 and then just cut them. Okay, as you all just saw, I finally found the noodles. They're out now since summer is here. And if you didn't watch my how I organize my master closet, I'll link a card here so that you can watch that if you'd like. But what I did initially to keep these standing up in my closet was I filled them with bags from the grocery store. And really you just need to put something to support from here to here so that they'll stand up. But as I mentioned in that video, I wanted to get the swim noodles once they came out because they're hard to find during the summer. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, they have different sizes. And so they have small ones, they have bigger ones than these. As you can see, that's the size I got. And then they got some that are smaller and some that are bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fit this in the boot. And to help it stand up. And I know that's kind of hard to see at the angle that I'm at, but once I put it in there and cut it, it should help the boot stand on its own. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just measuring it. And so I'll measure it, and then I'll get this cardboard cutter. And please be careful when you deal with any type of blade. And so I'll just make an incision there so that I know where to cut. And I'm going to take it out. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that all the way around. So since I already measured that one, I know that I'll need that same size for the other boot. So, like I mentioned, you want to be very careful when you're doing this. And I'm sorry if I'm making you cringe. I know sometimes I watch videos and I'm like, get anxiety when somebody's doing something that I'm afraid is gonna not go so well. But I'm being careful, so not to worry. Okay, so you can just cut into it enough. And if you have scissors or anything else, it might be easier to cut through this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just measure it, because obviously I need 2 of them because I have 2 boots. And just measure it there. I'll try to go in a better cutting circle this time. And just cut that off. And then we'll just stick it in there. Now for these, I did have to push it in there. So there's that one. And then here's the other one. And as I mentioned, they do have different sizes, and maybe in hindsight I should have went with the smaller sizes, because it has to go in where your ankle is at. so that it'll stand. You don't want it to be too much on top, because then it's just going to topple over. So okay, so I wanted to get different boots just to make sure that it's going to work on different type of boots. And so there's that one. I kind of feel like I should cut these a little bit more. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and cut what was towering over this one, and it seems like it's standing up better now. So I'll probably do the same with this one. And I just kind of left it in there and just kind of cut around. And again, I'm being careful, so and I just kind of take this off. So like I said, these are really hard to find during the winter months, so you definitely want to, if you want to do this, now would be the time to grab some of those noodles and put them in the boot. And like I said, I tried a different size here or a different type of boot, and it works as well in this type of boot. And then I also have this type of boot, so I'm just gonna take this one out of there, and again take out that I used before. These are easier to stand because it is a flat heel. So I think the important thing is you're able to keep the shape there in the boot. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut these, and then I'll put them back in my closet, and I'll let you guys see how they came out. Okay, and really quick, what I wanted to say was I have 2 pairs of these same boots. A pair is brown and a pair is black. So I just went ahead and used the template for these for my black ones as well. So if you have boots that are similar, you can just cut a mold, and then you'll have them for both pairs. Okay, just to show you guys, that is everything I took out of the boots when I did my organizational video of my master closet. The plastic bags in hindsight seemed like a good idea, and I still think it is. I mean, if you can't find noodles, then I think that's a good temporary way to resolve. Even those white things that came in the box, I had those in my really, really tall boots, but they still were leaning over, so I went ahead and took those out. So let me show you guys how they look in my closet. Okay, so I think I bought 6 noodles, and I was able to do those pairs right there. Only did 1 boot because I didn't have enough. And if you don't want the noodles sticking out like that, you can cut them shorter. I just did them like that because I felt like the stability of them helped them stay upright. But you can cut them shorter if you'd like. Now those black boots don't have noodles. I didn't have enough with the 5 or 6 that I got, so I'll need to get more because I still have like 4 more pairs to do. But I did do them in these tall boots, and as you can see, they're standing as upright as they ever will be. I also did them in the first 3 pair of black boots, and then I still have all my brown ones on that end, and also a black pair over there. Now those have a magazine, and that's how I was able to stand those up. If you put a magazine in there or paper, those were my options when I was putting this master closet together. But the noodles really work. And again, like I said, if you don't want your for the blue to show on the boots, you can just cut them shorter. It doesn't bother me. It actually kind of matches with my Louis Vuitton boxes. But I'm really impressed with those really tall boots, that the noodles has really helped them stand upright. So yeah, I think I'll need to get a couple of more to finish out this project. So I did have a couple of pieces left, so I thought I would go ahead and just put them in my shorter boots, just to keep them from slouching. And I think that's gonna work perfectly. Yeah. So that's a good way to use the little pieces that you cut off that you don't need, is just to put them in smaller boots. So that'll work. Push them down a little bit further, and that helps them not slouch as much. So that'll help keep the form on the little boots. Right now is the time to get the noodles because it's swim season, but magazines work too. And like I said, I did use those grocery bags at first, and as long as you put them in that ankle part, they should stand up upright. So anyway, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.